Imagine the unimaginable. One day, your world is normal. The next, your children are gone. Vanished without a trace, leaving behind only questions, fear, and a gaping hole in the lives of those who love them. This is the chilling, agonizing reality for the family of Lilly and Jack Sullivan. On the morning of May 2, 2024, a quiet rural community nestled in Pictou County, Nova Scotia, specifically Lansdowne Station, was plunged into a nightmare that continues to haunt it. 6-year-old Lilly, a vibrant first grader, and her 4-year-old brother, Jack, full of playful energy, seemingly disappeared into thin air from their home on Gerlach Road. This immediate, horrifying development didn't just rattle the local residents, it sent shockwaves across Canada and beyond. As news began to spread, the initial concern quickly escalated into frantic action. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police, or RCMP, wasted no time, launching an immediate and massive search effort. Within hours, the serene landscape surrounding the Sullivan home became a hive of activity. Ground search and rescue teams, seasoned professionals with years of experience navigating dense Canadian wilderness, were deployed en masse. They were joined by countless dedicated community volunteers, showing the incredible solidarity that often emerges in times of crisis. Drones, equipped with advanced thermal imaging and high-resolution cameras, tirelessly crisscrossed the skies, hoping to spot any sign of the young siblings. Helicopters roared overhead, providing an aerial perspective to cover vast stretches of rugged terrain, encompassing over 5.5 square kilometers of heavily wooded area. The sheer scale of this initial search underscored the immediate and grave concern for Lilly and Jack's safety. Every single person involved, from the most seasoned officer to the newest volunteer, understood the critical importance of those first few hours, those first few days. The clock was ticking, and the odds, as anyone familiar with missing children in dense wilderness knows, diminish with every passing minute. The community rallied, demonstrating an incredible outpouring of support and hope, desperately praying for a miraculous discovery, for the children to simply walk out of the woods, perhaps tired and hungry, but safe. Before we dive deeper into the perplexing layers of this case, and specifically the unexpected turn it took, please remember, this video explores public discussions, theories, and reported facts. We are not stating conclusions or making accusations about any individual. Our goal here on Cold Crime Cases is to present the known information and the widespread conversations that have shaped the narrative of this heartbreaking mystery. And for our viewers around the world, tell me, where are you watching from today? Let me know in the comments below. Your engagement helps keep these vital discussions alive. Now, if you're new to Cold Crime Cases, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our deep dives into the world's most perplexing mysteries. The timeline unravels, disappearance and discord. To grasp the full weight of this enigma, we need to meticulously reconstruct the known timeline leading up to and immediately following May 2, 2024. Lilly and Jack were last confirmed to be with family members on the afternoon of May 1st. They were seen on surveillance footage in nearby New Glasgow, accompanied by their mother, Malehya Brooks-Murray, her partner Daniel Martel, and their 1-year-old baby, Meadow. This footage confirmed their presence and well-being just hours before their reported disappearance. The morning of May 2nd began, according to their mother, Malehya Brooks-Murray, with the typical sounds of children. She reported waking up and hearing Lilly and Jack playing. However, she briefly fell back asleep. Upon waking again, the house was silent. A quick check revealed that the children were nowhere to be found, neither inside the home nor on the surrounding property. It was Malehya, alongside her maternal stepfather Daniel Martel, who quickly contacted authorities, reporting the children missing. What significantly complicates this timeline, and what has undeniably fueled much of the public discussion and a cascade of online theories, is a crucial piece of information publicly shared by Daniel Martel himself. Martel stated to the press that on the very day Lilly and Jack disappeared, May 2nd, there was a heated argument between the two families, presumably his and Malehya's biological family, right there in the yard of the home where the children were last seen. This detail, emerging so early in the investigation, immediately cast a shadow of confusion and raised pointed questions about the dynamics within the household just hours before the children vanished. Arguments happen in families, of course, but the proximity to a child disappearance makes any discord a subject of intense scrutiny and speculation. As the frantic initial search efforts continued, the agony for the family and indeed for the entire community grew with each passing hour. Days blurred into a week. Despite the tireless work of hundreds of searchers, no definitive trace of Lilly or Jack was found. Consequently, on May 7th, the RCMP made the difficult decision to scale back the extensive ground search, stating that despite exhaustive efforts, there had been no confirmed sightings of the children, and it was becoming increasingly unlikely they could have survived for so long in the dense, rugged outdoors. This announcement, while a necessary step in investigative strategy, was a crushing blow to the hopes of many. However, the investigation itself was far from over. It continued unyielding, with every resource at the RCMP's disposal. Recognizing the urgency and the persistent lack of answers, the Nova Scotia government stepped in. On June 19, 2024, they announced a significant development. The case of Lilly and Jack Sullivan had been added to the province's Rewards for Major Unsolved Crimes program, offering a reward of up to $150,000 for information leading to their whereabouts. This was a clear signal that authorities believed a critical piece of information was missing, and they were desperate for any lead that could bring these children home or provide answers. Now, let's turn our focus to the perplexing development that truly captivated and in many ways confounded the public, the sudden and very public departure of the children's mother, Malehya Brooks-Murray. Amidst the frantic, ongoing, and province-wide search for Lilly and Jack, Malehya made the decision to leave the Lansdowne Station area. She relocated to be with her family in another part of Nova Scotia, and critically, she took her one-year-old daughter Meadow with her. This act, while seemingly a personal decision, was viewed through the lens of immense public scrutiny given the circumstances. Her departure was not just a quiet relocation. Public reports indicated specific actions that drew immediate and intense attention. It was widely reported that Malehya blocked her stepfather, Daniel Martel, on social media shortly after the disappearance of Lilly and Jack. This simple act, in the context of two missing children, an intense investigation, and immense family stress, became a subject of widespread online interpretation. Why block a close family member at such a critical time? What did this signify about their relationship or the events that transpired? These questions immediately began swirling in the public consciousness. Furthermore, Malehya was publicly observed to be in significant distress. Reports detailed her leaving a crucial briefing at the search and rescue headquarters, a place where every shred of information was vital, in the middle of it. She was later reportedly found in the back of an ambulance, clearly in a state of overwhelming emotional turmoil. This paints a vivid picture of a mother under unimaginable pressure, possibly experiencing a mental health crisis in the face of an unthinkable tragedy. The public reaction to this observation was divided. Some saw it as clear evidence of a mother's profound grief and breakdown, while others viewed it with suspicion, wondering if it was a reaction to something more. Her Facebook status also reportedly changed to single around this time. While seemingly a minor detail in the grand scheme of a missing children's case, for many watching this tragedy unfold, it added another layer to the public's perception of her state of mind and the dynamics within her personal life. Each of these actions, whether individually significant or not, compounded to create a complex and often contradictory public image of Malehya Brooks-Murray. It is vital to stress that these are the known, reported actions surrounding Malehya Brooks-Murray's departure. Her physical relocation, the social media blocking, the observed distress, the relationship status change, these are the facts. However, the reasons behind these actions and their potential implications for the missing children very quickly became the subject of widespread online speculation, forming the very core of the competing theories we see debated today. It's in this gap between confirmed action and unknown motivation that public theories truly began to take hold. The crucible of speculation, unraveling the theories. With the facts of Malehya Brooks-Murray's departure established, let's now immerse ourselves in the swirling crucible of online speculation. It's crucial to understand that these are theories born from public discussions, observations, and interpretations of limited information, not official police conclusions. One prominent theory, frequently circulated across various social media platforms and discussion forums, suggests that Malehya's departure was a direct and understandable result of immense stress, profound grief, and a potential mental health crisis. Imagine, if you can, the unimaginable burden. 2 young children, your own flesh and blood, are missing, vanished into the unknown, while you still have a 1-year-old baby to care for. Many online commentators and those expressing sympathy have suggested her actions were a desperate cry for help, a natural human response to an overwhelming tragedy, or simply an urgent need to be surrounded by her immediate family for comfort and support in a time of unbearable strain. This theory often points to her publicly observed distress, such as leaving the briefing and being found in an ambulance, as compelling evidence of her profound emotional breakdown. Another theory connects her leaving directly to the publicly reported argument between the families on May 2nd, the very day Lilly and Jack were reported missing. Some online discussions propose that this argument could have escalated dramatically, or that the emotional fallout created an environment so hostile or unbearable that Malehya felt unsafe or simply unable to remain at the property where the children were last seen. Then there's a more concerning and widely discussed theory born from the depths of online forums and true crime communities, which speculates that Malehya might have left because she possessed information about the children's disappearance that she was either unwilling or unable to share. This theory also extends to the possibility that she harbored suspicions about someone else involved, perhaps even her stepfather Daniel Martel, or vice versa, leading to a breakdown in communication and trust within the family. It is absolutely crucial to state unequivocally that there is no official police confirmation or public statement supporting this theory. The RCMP has not named Malehya Brooks-Murray as a suspect, nor have they released any information indicating her direct involvement in their disappearance beyond being their mother. This particular theory remains purely in the realm of public conjecture and the often unsubstantiable realm of online web sleuthing, which, while passionate, can sometimes veer into unfounded accusation. Again, this online theory suggests her departure was a calculated attempt to remove herself from the intense public and police scrutiny that inevitably falls on family members in missing persons cases, particularly when details are scarce and the public is desperate for answers. Again, this is a speculative theory generated in online forums with no direct evidence from official sources to substantiate it. Throughout this entire agonizing ordeal, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police have consistently maintained their stance. They are treating this as a missing persons investigation. As of June 2024, they have not publicly indicated any evidence of foul play or abduction at this time, though they haven't definitively ruled it out either. They have also confirmed that Malehya Brooks-Murray has been advised by the RCMP not to speak further with the press, a common directive in active investigations to preserve the integrity of evidence and statements. It is paramount to remember that these theories, while widely discussed and fueling much internet debate, are based solely on public observation and interpretation of limited information, often shared across social media platforms like TikTok and Facebook. They are not confirmed facts or conclusions from law enforcement. The unanswered questions, search, investigation, and public plea. The intense public discussion surrounding Malehya Brooks' actions and the proliferation of theories, while perhaps born from a genuine desire for answers, highlight a critical double-edged sword of online engagement in true crime. While the internet can be a powerful tool for raising awareness for missing children and generating new tips, it can also, unfortunately, generate harmful speculation, perpetuate misinformation, and inflict further emotional pain on grieving families. In the digital age, private grief can become a public spectacle, and unverified speculation can quickly morph into baseless accusations, potentially hindering the very investigation it aims to help. Daniel Martel himself has publicly pleaded for an end to the online attacks on Malehya, stressing the toll it takes on her mental health and, by extension, on their shared young daughter. As for the official investigation itself, the RCMP continues their exhaustive work into the disappearance of Lilly and Jack Sullivan. They have meticulously gathered information, interviewing at least 54 people, some of whom, including Daniel Martel, have reportedly undergone polygraph tests, a common investigative tool used to help guide, though not definitively prove, leads. Hundreds of hours of video surveillance from the surrounding areas have been collected and painstakingly analyzed, hoping to catch a glimpse of the children or any unusual activity. Over 488 tips from the public have been followed up with due diligence, each one a potential lead. Extensive targeted searches have been conducted and reconducted, including the Sullivan home itself, the surrounding grounds, nearby septic systems, wells, and even disused mine shafts in the rugged terrain. Every effort has been made to leave no stone unturned. While a possible boot print near a pipeline trail was found, its definitive connection to the children remains unconfirmed, adding another layer of frustrating uncertainty. The RCMP has stated that they are considering all scenarios regarding the children's disappearance and have deployed a vast array of resources, including over 11 specialized units. These include the Major Crime Unit, Digital Forensic Services, Police Dog Services, and their Behavioral Sciences Group, all working in a coordinated effort. They acknowledge the public's desperate desire for quick answers, but emphasize that complex investigations, particularly missing persons cases with few immediate clues, simply take time. Despite the intense public focus on Malehya's actions, the core of this tragedy remains the inexplicable disappearance of Lilly and Jack. The primary focus of law enforcement, and indeed of the entire community, remains singular and unwavering: to find these two innocent children and provide answers to their family. The case, now part of the Rewards for Major Unsolved Crimes program, underscores the belief that information, perhaps held by someone reluctant to come forward, could be the key. Conclusion. The case of Lilly and Jack Sullivan stands as a heartbreaking mystery, profoundly complicated by the perplexing actions and subsequent online discussions surrounding their mother, Malehya Brooks-Murray. While theories about her departure abound, from overwhelming distress in the face of unimaginable loss to more unsettling possibilities of a hidden role or knowledge, it's absolutely essential to remember that these are unconfirmed speculations. The only undisputed, devastating fact is that two innocent children, Lilly and Jack, are still missing. What are your thoughts on this incredibly complex case? Do you have any insights or theories, always grounded in respect and fact, that you'd like to share about Malehya's actions or the children's disappearance? Let us know in the comments below. Your thoughtful and respectful engagement helps keep attention on these vital cases, and every bit of awareness can contribute to new leads. If you found this video informative and thought-provoking, please give it a like. It truly helps the channel grow and reach a wider audience, bringing more attention to cold cases and missing persons investigations. And if you want more deep dives into compelling true crime stories and unsolved mysteries, subscribe to Cold Crime Cases and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. This video is for informational and educational purposes only, exploring publicly available facts and online discussions. It does not constitute legal advice, nor does it make any accusations or definitive claims about individuals. The investigation into the disappearance of Lilly and Jack Sullivan is ongoing. If you have any information, please contact the Northeast Nova RCMP Major Crime Unit at 902-896-5060 or the Rewards for Major Unsolved Crimes program at 1-888-710-9090. Thank you for watching, and stay vigilant.